Have you ever wondered how a film gets to our screens? The answer to that question depends on a lot of different factors, like is it a new release film? Is it screening as part of a limited series, like the Mel Brooks retrospective we just did, or is it part of a signature program? And if it's part of a signature program, which signature program is it? And we're getting too in the weeds already. So for the sake of simplicity, we're gonna focus on the journey of a big screen classic. Once a year, our programming team meets to figure out the big screen classics lineup for the year ahead. Mark, our artistic director, sends around a spreadsheet with hundreds of films listed out, and it also has if it's an anniversary year for the film, the last time we played it, and other notes. The list is then narrowed down, and each film that sort of makes it to that next round is written on a sticky note and brought to a meeting where there are poster boards set up with each date listed out. And we block off the dates for our annual screenings like Jaws and Big Lebowski. From there, they figure out what film fits where and narrow it down further. The team works hard to make sure that we're screening a variety of films and discussing what's relevant to the current moment and listening to what our audiences are asking to see. Once the selections are made, which is not an easy place to get to, it's time to book the films. Even though almost all of the big screen classics for the year are decided at this meeting, we split booking them and announcing them into 4 seasons. This is because you usually can't book a film that far in advance, and it also allows us some room to adapt. Once our film bookers at Balcony Booking get the list from us, they start tracking down the films, reaching out to those they know hold the rights to a specific films or their best guess as to who may hold them. They also scope out what formats of a film are available: 35mm prints, 4K restorations. Sometimes this process is straightforward and sometimes not so much. There are times when there are no existing film elements, or we can't find the rights holder, or no one actually holds the rights. And in some of these cases, Mark will start looking for archival prints. We really try to exhaust every option to get these films to you. Once the film is confirmed and the terms, or how much we need to pay to screen the film, are figured out, our bookers coordinate getting the film to us. Right now, we'll focus on how a 35mm print gets here. The film print will either be shipped to the Coolidge from the rights holder or archive, and sometimes it's actually shipped from the theater that it just played at. When the film arrives, the projectionist takes the can, or what the film is actually shipped in, up to the Movie House 5 projection booth to inspect the film and prep the reels for screening. The film that you're seeing in this video came on shipping reels, so it needs to be transferred to our house reels for the screening. While this is happening, the projectionist, in this case our lead projectionist Tom, is checking out the front and the back of the film, looking for any wear and tear, scratches, or previous repairs that have been made. He's also taking note of the changeover cues, since each reel of film is only about 20 minutes and a projectionist needs to manually switch to the next reel. Not only is Tom looking for visual information, but he's looking for the audio track to identify which audio format or formats the print supports. We can get into the details of that another day. Once the film is fully inspected, it's stored away until it's closer to showtime, when it's brought down to the projection booth of either Movie House 1 or Movie House 2, the 2 places we have film projectors. At least 10 minutes before seating for the screening, the projectors are turned on in order for the xenon lamps to warm up. Because xenon is a gas, it needs time to neutralize in order to make sure the light emitted is hitting the screen evenly. Also before seating, the projectionist will run test loops of RP40, which is a specific piece of film that is the standard for calibrating the projector. Next, the film is laced up into the projectors and a show starts. Again, each reel is only 20 minutes, so the projectionist is watching in closely for the cue to make the changeovers. When the screening is done, the prints are broken down and the film is ready to continue its journey onto its next destination, sometimes within minutes of the screening being over. Usually we don't need to send them on their way that quickly, so the next day, Tom will bring the cans to FedEx to send them back to where they came from or to the next theater that the print will screen. As you can tell, it's a long journey and a lot of work for a film to get to our screens, but when the lights turn off, it's obvious why we do it. There are few things more satisfying than looking out from the projection booth window and seeing a house packed with people who love film just as much as we do. So the next time you hear the buzz of conversation around you as the credits roll, know that a whole team of people have been working for months to make sure that this moment is everything that it is for you. To hear more stories like this and take a look behind the screens, visit coolidge.org/behindthescreens.